ExxonMobil has come up with an attempt to clear the air on the controversial reduced $214 million to $3 million audited sum. Government recently announced that the $214 million sum will stand after it was made public that the Guyana Revenue Authority had rejected the sum, which was purportedly agreed between the oil company and the ministry. Following this, the opposition said Exxon executives informed them of an agreement. This was denied by government, with Vice President Barry Jagdeo at a press conference said Exxon executives denied making such claims to opposition Member of Parliament David Patterson. Today, ExxonMobil's president at a press conference acknowledged communicating to the parliamentary opposition that an agreement had been reached, but said it was not formal.
So what I provided by way of commentary to the leadership of the opposition, who I went to meet as part of our open door policy. We want to engage across the across the political spectrum, but also other people in society, is that we had been going through this process as I described with the working level in the ministry, and we believed that we'd provided the documentation to substantially reduce the queries that were out there from the initial draft audit, and that it was at that sort of a level. We did not have any formal agreement from the ministry, and indeed, as the minister and the Vice President have made clear, there is the expectation that the GRA is the ultimate authority on that. So just to be clear, I did describe the process to the opposition, but I did not say that we had reached final agreement that was authorized by either the GRA or the ministry.
He noted that it has not yet finalized the process and that it is again in discussions with the audit company.
So some of what we're seeing in all of this is that there's a long period required to go through that query process for us to dig through the records and find the documents. We've been doing that on a working level with the ministry, which caused some of the confusion. The government has made clear that the authoritative body is the GRA, and so they have written us a letter this week, last week, clarifying that and asking us to provide them, and in fact IHS Markit, they've re-engaged the auditing firm IHS Markit to review the documentation that we have provided subsequent to them actually stopping working on the audit. So what we anticipate is the normal sort of process that we'll provide all the documentation that's needed, and we would anticipate we'll address all those queries, and there may be some de minimis amount, but typically in our audits everything is properly supported and everything remains in place. So that's what we anticipate, but given the age of this and the difficulty of finding some of the documentation, it has been a protracted process, and there may be some for which it'll be very difficult to find those documents.
Following the disclosure of the sum, government announced that the Senior Petroleum Coordinator at the Ministry of Natural Resources, Gov't, would face disciplinary action over his unauthorized negotiations with ExxonMobil, which led to the reduced $214 million to $3 million sum. Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat in a video statement said Gov't had misled him into believing that the $3 million sum was as a result of a collaborative effort between the ministry and the Guyana Revenue Authority.